Howdy, and welcome to the Texas Bucket List. My name is Shane McAuliffe, and we all know that beef is synonymous with our great state. So is Major League Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. Now, if there was only a way to combine baseball's greatest pitcher with one of the finest things our state produces, well, it turns out the Ryan Express has already thought of it. So we headed to Round Rock for a Lone Star State Legends segment at the Goodstock Butcher Shop. There's nothing like a great piece of beef from the Lone Star State. Cattle ranchers across Texas work day in and day out to produce some of the finest fillets you'll find. The best place to find these cared-for cuts of beef is your local butcher. And over in Round Rock, there's a meat market that showcases one particular rancher's array of beef, Goodstock, by Nolan Ryan. So this is the case, and it is a beautiful case.
Yeah, it really is. They do a nice job with it, and it makes all the products look really attractive.
Nolan Ryan is a name any red-blooded, meat-eating, baseball-loving person in our part of the world should know. The greatest Major League Baseball pitcher of all time, thanks to his 5,714 strikeouts and 7 no-hitters. When it comes to baseball, I mean, what's the story you probably tell the most?
Well, about the third question I get is about the Robin Ventura fight.
Over 4 decades, he dominated the diamond, playing for the Mets, Angels, Astros, and Rangers.
I was very fortunate that I was able to spend 14 of my 27 years in Texas playing for one of the Texas teams.
Today, Nolan still has his hands in baseball as co-owner of the Round Rock Express. But when he's not dealing with the business at the ballpark, he's got beef on his mind. Is it harder to tame batters or bulls?
Well, let's put it this way. We call bulls on disposition, and you can't call hitters.
In 1966, when Nolan made his MLB debut with the Mets, the life of a professional baseball player was a bit different then. Having a beef business was something he always had on the back burner.
While I was playing and never anticipating my career to go 27 years, I started trying to prepare myself for what I wanted to do and would probably do after I retired. And the cattle business was definitely one area that I had a passion for. And I had a passion for it from the time I was 5 or 6 years old. Why that is, I don't know, but baseball allowed me to pursue that.
Winning his one and only World Series ring afforded him a reliable job for a really long time, and something every Texan dreams about: his own land.
Being on a World Series team in '69 with the Mets, in those days, what we called your World Series check was 3 times what my salary was, so that was a big windfall for Ruth and I to be in a position to receive that kind of money. And so I took that and bought first piece of property that I own, and I still own it today. So it allowed me to start pursuing what my interest was.
Are you still active today? Are you still out on the ranch doing things? Or?
Oh yes, very much so. The challenges of being active and being involved in things that you have passion for makes a difference. We take a lot of pride in the cattle that we raise, and have established, I think, a reputation of having good cattle.
And that's why Nolan created Goodstock, a chance to show off his beef in an old school butcher shop.
Ranching's a passion of mine, and so to be in the retail beef business gives me an opportunity to see how our product performs. And when I sit down and have a steak and it represented what I was anticipating, I feel really good about it. I think you ought to get you one of these tomahawks.
Oh yeah, those are fancy.
Yeah, and you know, maybe some of the crew would like to have one or two too, so it'd be nice if you just stepped up and did that for them.
Yeah, they wouldn't complain about that. Tomahawk for the crew?
When I grew up in Alvin, Texas, we had 3 butcher shops, and I always thought it was unique to be able to go in and look at the different cuts of meat, and I think we had lost that in time, that we didn't have butcher shops and butchers anymore. And so I think people are finding a real interest in that, and it gives them an opportunity to talk to their butcher and discuss different products, how to prepare them, and I think it broadens their perspective on beef because they're able to look at them and decide, well, let's try that and see what we think.
Well, this is awesome because fans can actually come in and see some of your memorabilia as well, I see.
Well, this is different than baseball memorabilia. And like this set of spurs, some friends of mine had those made for me. And then the book is a book I used to spend a lot of time with when I would be on the road during my baseball career, reading up on different things in the cattle business.
Yeah, when you were on the bus reading those books, were your teammates giving you a hard time?
Well, you know, I think if I hadn't been from Texas, they probably would have thought, well, man, cat's a little different. But, you know, they just blew it off as, oh, it's a guy from Texas, you know.
Obviously, a lot of amazing moments in your career in the baseball side. Is there anything comparative to the ranching side? Any award or anything that kind of compares to a baseball achievement that you did?
Well, when I received the Golden Spur Award, I was very proud of that, and I was very honored that I was selected for that. That's voted on by the Quarter Horse Association, Texas Feedlot Association, Texas Southwest Cattle Raisers, and the Farm Bureau.
Now, if cooking masterful meat isn't really your forte, you can always experience Goodstock at some of my favorite barbecue joints across the state, including 1775 Texas Pit Barbecue in College Station and Slab Barbecue in Austin.
I think barbecue places do a real good job of promoting their product, and when you have a popular place, you take a lot of pride in the fact that they're using your product, and so you want it to be a good experience.
With their beautiful and bountiful selection of beef, visiting Goodstock is a great stop on the Texas bucket list. But with such a unique opportunity, I had to dig into the batter's box to see if I could do something that every boys raised right here in the Lone Star State has dreamed about. Alrighty, Mr. Ryan, there's one more thing on my bucket list that I would love to do.
What is that?
Oh, that is so cool.
Is that everything you thought it would be?
Yes, sir. Talk about checking off the list. Probably just put one baseball in here.
Yeah, maybe.